Yeah.
Andrew?
I'm familiar with them. I don't know, like it started off as an entertaining little thing with sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Ever after that, though, it feels like to an extent it was, like, to do that kind of thing it requires a lot. That's why it's slowed down so much recently and such, is because it requires so much. You're basically planning a miniature episode. You're planning a 5-minute comedy script that is effectively a riff track of an entire episode, and to do that, you need an incredible amount of time. I mean, people like Yahtzee Grocery spend an entire week planning their next zero punctuation and such, which is effectively just, it's the equivalent of writing a fully fledged article, you know, easily 1,000 plus words of speech he has to arrange to make it funny in video format. It's almost worse for something like which has already been done with. I mean, at least Yahtzee can use his own work. You know, it's original 100%. For like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Gantz or Escaflowne or such, you have to invent it as you go, like based on the work that's already been done. I think it becomes incredibly hard after a while to find something funny about a show. I mean, like, that hasn't already been made or such in the show itself. So I mean, it worked initially, and I've watched things like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Gantz, Escaflowne, Abridged ones, and they're normally pretty funny, but after a while, like, I think the joke wears a bit thin.
Ditto. Question? Yeah. Are there any children in the room? What is our guilty pleasure for anime? Like, you know, I don't know. I'd go with Eric here. I just, you know, when I directed, you know, when you direct, you're in the studio 8 hours a day, and then after you direct, you may go to another studio and record for 2 or 3 hours. So you're doing anime for 10, 12 hours a day, and when you get home, you really don't want to unwind with more anime. You know, you're like, I'm sort of animate out right now. So, but you know, now I'll pop in an Air Gear. I just think it was a funny show. You know, just to watch. Of course, now I watch and I'll go, really should have done that differently. Just second guess myself the whole time.
I think my guiltiest one that comes to mind right now, well, there's a long list of in my line of work where to check titles out, is probably Coyote Ragtime, which I watched initially when it features someone who's at least translated on sheets as Pirate King Bruce. This treasure, it's like, there's got to be something entertaining. I imagined it in an Australian accent at this point, and started replacing half the characters with names Sheila and Bruce, just Monty Python style. That was probably my guiltiest watch of late, though, having seen screeners for K-On. My guilty watch may transfer to that, probably.
You know, I will tell you, I played Mr. in that, you know, this is apropos of nothing, but I know the question has been like, has asked, either it was in here or up in the signing session, like, you know, what is the worst thing you've ever done? What's been the worst experience? So I will tell you the worst experience as a voice actor I've ever had. I was doing a show, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was the same director that did did Coyote Ragtime. And he was notoriously known at ADV as being just very difficult to work with, mainly because he never knew what he wanted. So he'd get you to do it numerous times, over and over and over and over again. Then he'd figure out which take he wanted. You're just like, oh, whatever. But I was doing a character, and if you were upstairs, you heard this, but I was doing a character one time, and the character is, you know, standing on a platform like this, and the platform explodes, and he gets thrown off, and he lands. And there's smoke, and you don't even see the guy. But the director said, could you give him a noise, give him a landing, give him a little Foley action, some sort of, like, we know he landed. It's like, okay, so we do it. but really, like, you know, the platform exploded, you know, it really blew up big, but you're not dead. And, you know, and it's like, okay. Okay, well, that was pretty good, but let's try it again. We did it 30 times. And the engineer, you know, at that point I was just like, dude, I don't know what you want. I mean, he's like, well, can I give it a, I said, okay. I said, well, no, not exactly like that. I was like, dude, that's exactly what you just freaking did. And so, anyway, I'm sitting there, and I'm finally just like, you know, you gotta really hold your temper, because, you know, you don't want to get mad at the guy. He'll never use you again. But I sat there, and I was just like, okay, I really don't know what you want. And I was sitting there, and if Andrew's the director, right? Andrew's the director, and the director turns over to the engineer to ask him, what take did you like? And the engineer's just going. He goes, it's an off-screen Foley. We've done 30. Pick one! Well, you don't have to get, yes, I do! You're an idiot! I quit! So we did it one more time. And then he was like, could you take the from this one and match it to the with this one? You know, it's like, no, I can't. Just pick them anyway. It was a fun time. Anyone else? Anyone? Oh, sorry, over here.
Were you actually drunk when you did some of the voices?
Was I actually drunk when I've done voices? Define drunk. Plastered. Yes, I've been plastered. You know, I've never been drunk, but we've had certainly at some of the sessions at night, we'll bring in some beer or maybe a bottle and, you know, have a little fun. One of the things I will say that we did do, this was a lot of fun. One of my dearest friends, Kyle Jones, who was a director, who actually directed Kino's Journey. We got a hold of a live action film called Gamera. You ever heard of Gamera, the turtle? And we did 1, 2, this was Gamera 3. And Kyle directed it, and we did the live action. It was all very well done, and everyone was happy. And Kyle came up with a great idea of let's do it as a bunch of redneck Texans. So one Saturday, unbeknownst to anyone, like 6 or 7 of us marched into the studio with pizza and beer and worked all day and just laid down. We were making up lines as we go, and it was just the funniest thing. In fact, if you go online onto YouTube and punch in Lake Texarkana Gamera, you can see the trailer we made. It's 4 minutes long. And it's just like, I mean, the main character sounds like Bill Clinton, our former president. He's like, well, hell, I'm drunk right now. And we can go, hey, well, that's a big ass turtle over there. Bam! Hey there, I got my own turtle head poking. It was hilarious. And what's really funny is that we sent a sample of it over to Japan, and they loved it. It was hysterical. They said, because we only did like a portion of the movie. They said, do the whole thing. So if you buy the movie, the DVD, it's an extra. The whole movie, just as done as rednecks. And Kyle and I, back when he worked at ADV, when ADV was alive and we were still working, we used to do conventions together. And we would always have a screening on Friday night, and we'd invite people to come in, bring beer, whatever, and just sit around and watch this movie. And it was, you know, we thought it was going to be this big cult following, because like there's one line in there, and it's Kyle, and he just goes, "Holy crap!" We recorded it one time and put it like 50 times in the movie. It's the same recording, you know. So we thought, well, it'll be like a drinking game, you know, where every time you hear, "Holy crap!" Right? So I'm telling you, check it out on YouTube. We'd love to do a movie like that again, but you know, we were talking earlier about somebody taking a property and butchering it, and you know, all that kind of thing. And you know, for the right kind of money, they'll do it. But you know, it's also like, what are you going to do to my movie? That's my movie. It's my baby. You know, I made that. And you're like, yeah, but it sucked, and we want to do something else with it. Oh, sure, yeah, have at it. You know, it's not quite, it doesn't quite work that way. But anyway, it was fun. So, anyone?
As a kid, I never stopped.